All right, this is always a moment of truth, seeing if anybody wants to come on and talk to me. And always the huge moment of panic. It's like, oh no, nobody's going to be here. There we go. One person. Now we're getting a few people in there. Hi, Brad. Hi, Laura. How you doing? Linda. Okay, Linda's here. Hello, Linda. 13 people on now. That's good. It won't let you spell my name. Yeah, I guess that happens sometimes. Yeah, actually, I was about a minute late. Didn't quite hit 2 o'clock, but that's okay. How are you doing, Laura? I'm doing great today. Hello, PDXer. Hello, Rosemary. Hello, Amy. Yeah, made it home from Texas last night. Stupid cats. Made it home from California last night. So yeah, they panic and they trip over the cord. What are you gonna do? Hi, Emma. Hi, Laura. Hi, Todd. How's everyone doing? Everyone have a good Christmas? Was Santa good to you? I don't know, Jaw. I guess he's with Jordan somewhere. Yeah, LA has its moments. I don't know. Like I said, I've lived in LA all my life, so I'm a little bored with it. It's one of these grass is always greener kind of things. You always, you know, envying things that are somewhere else than what you had. LA, I don't know. LA has just kind of gone downhill so much lately. I'm just not really a fan of the place anymore. But I can understand if you've been in Texas, or if you've been in Texas your whole life, how it may be different. Yeah, I mean, Brad, everybody should go check out California once, just because there are a lot of cool things. It's a beautiful place. It's just some of the big cities have gone downhill. Yeah, I think I got a recipe. I've gotten a few recipes. Honestly, like I said, I've been in California for the last week or so, so I haven't really been monitoring the recipe account. But I'll check in on that for when when I get done. When we get done here. Like I said, I just got back last night, so haven't really looked in on that. Great, Laura. I'm glad you enjoyed the JFK video. Yeah, I'm really proud of that one. And like I said, I put it together into the director's cut, and I thought that was pretty good too. Your sister lives in Hawaii and wants to come back to Texas. Hawaii's a really nice place too. It's really expensive just because anything that you get shipped over there, it's literally shipped across the ocean. So yeah, I totally I understand that. I have a friend that lives in on the Big Island of Hawaii, and he runs into the same thing. Everything is 20-30% more expensive because it has to be shipped over the ocean to get it there. Unless you manufacture it there, and it doesn't make sense to have a whole lot of manufacturing on Hawaii then, because then anything you're shipping anywhere else has to go across the ocean. Still want to try the pizza recipe. Pizza recipe was good. I've actually had it twice now. I actually, made the one that I made for you guys on the vlog, and then I did it again right before I went to Hawaii and just put regular ingredients on it. It was good. Haven't seen Rise of Skywalker. I don't know. I'm hearing it's bombing in the from the reviews, and the fans don't really like it and all that. I don't know. It's always been kind of one of those things that I wait. I don't go see movies in the theater very often anymore. So it's always been kind of one of those things where I wait until it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray or something and pick it up that way. You don't know what island your sister lives on? Oh man, you gotta figure that out. My friend lives on the Big Island. I really like the Big Island. As kind of a geology nerd, I love the geology of that place because that's where all the active volcanoes are. Yeah, I know everything. Like I said, everything in everything in Hawaii. I remember my friends saying stuff on the dollar menu is $1.50. Yeah, I have to kind of agree that I'm not really into the later Star Wars. It seems like as they go on, they just get less and less good. I'm really a fan of episodes 4, 5, and 6. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 were all right, but I don't think they were as good as the first three. And the two that I've seen so far of the Disney era ones, they're even worse than episodes 1, 2, and 3. So I don't know. It's just I think Disney's part of the Star Wars legacy is they're going to be the ones to kill it. And at that point, it's going to be they're going to have spent all that money on Star Wars Land, and it's going to be all for nothing. There's already kind of signs that that's going on because I remember I was still working there in the few weeks up until Star Wars Land was supposed to open, and at the, at the beginning of May, they post blockout dates. I have a little pass I had a pass at the time that let me get into the park and sign friends into the park under certain occasions. And there were blockout dates, but at the beginning of the summer, they were saying the entire summer was blocked out because they predicted that Star Wars Land was going to be so popular that nobody would that there wouldn't be any room for people not paying to get in. And then within like the first week or two after Star Wars Land opened, they opened up all of the blockouts. They canceled most of them, and all of a sudden now you could go in. So I don't know. It's just I think they overplayed their hand, and I think they've done a good job on killing the franchise, and that's really sad. But whatever. That's what they do. I kind of get the feeling they're doing the same thing with Marvel too. Because some of the Marvel movies, I don't know. I at least like them a little bit better. I think you've got original content that you can work with, out of the comics. So it isn't like you're trying to invent your own stories, which is like what I think they did with Star Wars. Anyway, yeah, I mean, Star Wars is a like it or hate it thing. It was the biggest movie in the world when I was growing up. First one came out in 1977. I was in my early teens. It was the greatest movie in the world, and it just kind of shapes who you are from then on. I really became a huge science fiction fan after that. Before that, it was 2001: A Space Odyssey, and Star Trek, and I was somewhat of a fan of that. But Star Trek was a little bit before my time. I watched it in reruns primarily. Hi, Tammy. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed the JFK videos. Yeah, I put a lot of work into those, and I was really pleased how they came out. I was, like I said, so many of the things there, it was a surprise that it even went that far because when I on the third day, I thought that was going to kind of be the slow day because I was just going to go to the Dallas police station and didn't expect I'd even be able to get into there. And then it was going to be Jack Ruby's place and the grave of Lee Harvey Oswald. So when I got into that place and they let me into the cell, and when when I got to see the ride in the elevator that he rode in, and got to see the basement where he was shot, and got to see the mugshot wall where he was, those were both really, really, really cool things. And it was just a total surprise. Like I said, I walked into that place initially and said, is it possible I could go down and see the basement? And they initially told me no. And then they asked me a few questions about how, who I was and what I was doing and where I came from and stuff like that. And next thing I know, one of the guys says, "Yeah, come with me for a second." And he took me up to the fifth floor, and I figured, okay, he's just going up to talk to somebody in one of the offices there, and find out if it's all right if I go in. Next thing I know, I'm standing outside of Lee Harvey Oswald's cell, and it's like, and it just went uphill from then because I initially was looking at it from behind the glass door, which is what everyone else will be able to do from, once the museum is open. And I figured, oh, this is great. I get to actually see it. And then all of a sudden, a minute later, he comes back with a key and says, "You want to go inside?" And I was like, "Whoa, really? I can go inside?" "Yeah." And then I asked, "Which cell is it?" And he said, "Number 2." And next thing I know, he walks off, and I'm in the cell all by myself, just kind of looking around, videotaping in there. And it just blew my mind. I was so excited when I got out of that place. Yeah. Brad's saying I was dumbfounded. That's the perfect word. I got out of that and I was like stuttering. I couldn't even talk. So, oh, look at who's coming around the corner. Gonna go for some kitty treats bite? Huh? Come on, you want to come on here. Come on. No kitty treats if you don't come in. I got the brush too. No? Come on. I gotta bribe you up here. No? Well, I don't know. No kitty treats. Oh, now you're over here. You gonna come over here? Come visit me? Huh? Come on. Come on, buddy. Huh? I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Well, be that way. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Those of you who watched his live stream,
I don't need the cat treats though. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, they're here if you want them.
Oh, we got room for a third, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. A lot of you were mentioning that you just saw the live stream with Jordan, so I was ignoring that because I was trying to make this a surprise. But
yeah,
that's okay.
Breck's crafty that way.
Yeah. Well.
Hello. Hi, Laura.
We're going to just do a real short one today because Jordan and I just finished doing an hour-long live stream on his. So we're going to stay on here for about an hour or so.
What are you doing with that paw? This paw, right up here by my watch.
He's trying to show everyone the new watch here.
Yeah, he's got a grip. You got a grip, don't you?
Yeah, Lori, my jaw dropped completely going into that cell too. That was just amazing. I still can't believe
timing was everything.
It was, yeah. I mean, I've done a couple vlogs that have reminded me of Jordan's videos because I've gone along with enough of his videos over the years that one of the things that's always impressed me and amazed me is we'll go in expecting we're going to see this, and all of a sudden turns into this and turns into that and turns into the other thing, and it's just there've only been a couple of videos I've done so far that have been that way. I think when I did my tornado video a couple months ago, that was one of those that just kind of grew and grew and grew. And then, of course, this one, I was just really pleased that we actually turned into that. Hey, Elvis is in the house.
Oh, Brad, you totally should. I love this watch. I wear it every single day. You're saying you're a watch fanatic?
It's a nice watch.
Yeah, I don't know how many they have left, but I know they were pretty much sold out almost out of all of them. But yeah, I love it.
You're about to make my lasagna. That's cool.
I think I'm going to get a try Breck's mom's lasagna while I'm here.
Yeah, I still got
one that he made.
I still got a pan of it in the freezer. In fact, we got to take that out so it has a day or two to thaw because it's that thick and it'll take about that long. But yeah, I was surprised too. I subscribed to a Facebook page of Texas history, and that was where I first heard about the tornado because somebody just mentioned it in passing because I don't know. They post a lot of like pictures from Texas back in the day and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, somebody mentioned the great tornado in Texas in 1953, and I started looking it up. It's like, no. I think what happened is somebody posted a picture because a couple years ago, somebody created these kinetic sculptures that I showed in the video, and somebody posted a picture of them or a video or something of them. And I said, oh, I had to go check that out. And the more I read about it, the tornado was really interesting. And I learned about it. I'm interested in that kind of stuff anyway. So, definitely chance to go down and see the place where it happened. I read up and learned about all the people that died in it. It was a really horrible tornado. And you run into people all over the place that here that still remember that. So, when I was at the Veterans Day parade a few weeks ago. I ended up sitting next to a guy whose father had helped build the Alico building, which got hit by the tornado. And he said that there were people in that building, and the building was swaying. This is a big, 19-20 story building or something like that in town, and the tornado hit it dead on. But because it was a brick building, it basically just swayed, and it just suffered a little damage, blew out some windows and stuff like that. But that was just a very interesting video to me. Can I keep Joe on the shot? No, well, maybe a little. We
He's
can
doing his thing.
He's down here, yeah. If I keep him in the shot, though, you won't be able to see us. I know you want to see him, though. He's the one, right? I'm glad you find my videos intriguing. You know what? That's what I'm trying to do. And this guy here is offering a lot of suggestions on how to improve the things. He's got a couple of things that we know. Yeah, I'm blaming him. He's got a lot of suggestions. From simple things like just coming up with better names to bunch of playlists to even ideas about videos to do. So. Were you able to get information from Jordan on cameras? Yes, as a matter of fact, we just ordered the camera that he recommended. It's basically the camera he's using, and I've always been really envious of the camera he has because it does so well in low light, and that's really the important thing, because there have been a few things that I've done where it's just it's too dark for the cell phone camera, and the cell phone camera, when it has light problems, it just starts getting really grainy and really, really bad looking. And Jordan just gets really impressive stuff out of his camera. Thank you, VNA. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll add that to the list here. Add that to the stack. A lot of this actually came from my parents because they gave me a nice little chunk of cash for Christmas. They basically decided that they wanted to spend a certain amount of money on both my sister and I this year. And, so whatever it was that we asked for Christmas, they gave us the rest in cash. So, I got that Instant Pot thing, which has been shipped home. I should see that around Friday. And so I got the rest of it in cash, and that was just a nice big check. So, they said, don't waste it on bills or rent or something like that. Buy something fun. So
I think they meant a tattoo. I think they wanted you to get a tattoo.
Oh man, I didn't think about a tattoo. God, where were you?
You squandered it on camera.
I've been talking to you for a couple of days about cameras, and you didn't even mention tattoos. What's wrong with you? Jordan looks exhausted. Are you?
Yeah, I am tired. We flew in yesterday, and Breck was supposed to fly in an hour later, and I won't spoil the vlog, but let's just say that didn't happen.
Yeah. No.
So it was a long day.
Yeah, you'll find out about that on Monday, on Monday's video. That's my returning to Texas vlog. No, I didn't mention the camera model, but it's the Canon
G7X Mark III.
Mark III. Okay, yeah. He's had the Mark II and the Mark III, and they're both great cameras. But he says the Mark III is a bigger still camera and allows you more recording time, right?
Yeah, more recording time. You can plug in an external microphone, and if he wanted to stream on here from that, he can do it. That camera,
really?
Yeah, that camera will let you
cool.
Let you stream.
So what does it do? Tie into my Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
You can connect it through here somehow, and then
I probably wouldn't
just haven't
do
done
that
it yet.
I probably wouldn't do that though.
Good
Just
quality though.
Yeah, just because I have enough problems seeing this. That's why I do it on the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Jeff. Yeah, two of us, two for the price of one today. Actually, three if you count this dude who's just showing everyone his butt right now. Yeah, good John here too. The real star here. Yeah, you've been mentioning the gimbal. I don't know. I might have to think about that. See what happens. Right now, I'm probably just going to stick with the handle thing that comes with it. It's similar to what Jordan does, and he seems to get really good results with it. Thank you, Laura.
A good stabilizer.
Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that for the tattoo fund.
Yeah,
good to know. All right,
we're up to $30 for the tattoo fund.
All right. I don't know. V&A didn't specifically say anything about a tattoo, so
that's what she wanted, though. That's what she wanted.
Okay.
I'm 99% sure.
All right, there we go. You're looking buff.
No, I'm not. Just hanging off my grandpa,
You love the lights. Yeah, this is probably the last time the lights will be up. Probably next time we do this, the lights will come down. Why don't you
just leave it up forever?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could. I put a bunch of nail holes in the wall.
Yeah, just leave it up. Well. Who votes that Breck should leave this up?
Yeah, there we go. Or take it down. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Actually, no, I don't want anyone giving me thumbs down. More cooking vlogs. Yeah, they'll be coming now, especially that I've got the Instant Pot. I'm definitely. In fact, if you guys got like crock pot, pressure cooker recipes, start sending those in. Where are the cats? Yeah, they're up hiding in their room. Actually,
they're freaked out by me and Jaw.
We actually planned ahead of time that I was going to pretend like I was calling Bite in, because you know how on these videos Bite always comes in. Well, right about the time I started the vlog, Bite actually did come down the stairs and peek around the corner. But I think he heard Jordan creeping around in here, and he headed back upstairs. So yeah, they're pretty antisocial when when anyone other than me is here, and especially when Jaw is here. Stripper pole. Are we going to get a stripper pole? Is that what we're going to do?
Where would you put it?
Right here. Right under the ceiling fan.
I don't think they'd notice.
Yeah, they
would assume that it was put here by the maintenance for something, I'm sure.
Yeah, or hold the ceiling up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sandra. Wow. That's fantastic. Appreciate it. And another tattoo here.
Yeah.
Well, we got people outside now. You can hear them.
Breck's fans have found out where he lives.
Yeah, or something like that.
I still think Breck should get a fixer-upper and fix up the house on a vlog.
Yeah, it might happen. It might happen.
He's already been doing it to this apartment. I think you should just make a cool house.
I kind of did it with my house too.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't a fixer-upper, I did all the stuff in there.
Because I said on my live stream the other day that my grandpa and I were watching that. I don't know what's the show. What's the Chip and Joanna Gaines show?
Fixer-upper.
Fixer-upper. Yeah, that popped on. And my grandpa goes, they're all right, but that guy's not very funny. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, yeah, he's not very funny, but the show's interesting. Yeah. And as I'm watching, I'm like, geez, Breck could just do like his whole house himself, and you could see the progress from start to finish, as opposed to where like on that show, you see them pick out the house, a little bit of the fixing up, and then you see the finished product where.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to do it, it'd probably be a 2 or 3 year project.
Yeah, right.
And you'd see it literally every step of the process. So yeah, I don't know. That could very well happen. And the advantage is I've got a nice little chunk of cash waiting for that.
This old mouse.
Yeah, you're right. And
tattoo fund.
Oh, thank you, Fairy Grasshopper. Appreciate that.
Tattoo fund.
Now I'm gonna have to actually get a tattoo.
I think it's only fitting that you either get a JFK or a Dr. Pepper tattoo. I think one or the other. It's gotta be something Waco or something since you've been here.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get the thumbnail image.
Yeah, there you go.
Of Mickey Mouse, the evil Mickey. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what we do with that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I got a nice chunk of cash waiting for a house, and if I maybe spend a little bit less on the house, I get more property, and that's something I really like to have.
Yeah.
There's a big plot of land. I've always lived in California where the where, you're lucky if you get a postage stamp for a backyard. I had a relatively nice backyard in my house in California, but even it was small.
Still a postage stamp. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just big for where you lived. But
Yeah.
for anywhere else,
It was the biggest one on the block.
Yeah, no offense. It's just like, anywhere else would have been considered a small yard.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris Roman. Thank you, Chris Roman. Let's pronounce it right here. I don't want to slaughter people.
Yeah, people are paying for your tattoo. The least you can do is get it right.
The least you can do, right?
Yeah.
I was in
Oswald selling all I had is this stupid tattoo.
Yeah, there we go. That'd be great. Get a horse.
Oh, trip to Florida fund.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, we got to go down and have some barbecue here.
You can stay at your house.
Because he's been making, Jeff has been making really great barbecue lately.
Oh, nice.
And sending me the videos. You got this this new...
Is he trying to make you jealous?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, either that or
he's got more room to
get me to come down. He just wants me to come to Florida, I guess. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that so much. Love Jordan's t-shirt. Yeah, that's a great shirt. Have to get tattoo sleeves now. One tattoo per destination.
That's crazy. That was such a great museum, and like nobody goes there. I'm shocked. I guess he was not a very well liked guy.
Yeah. I am back in Texas now. I came back last night. Picked this guy up on the way in. Freaking hitchhikers and their dogs. Oh yeah, I'll show you. I'll show Jordan your videos because I downloaded them to watch him. He puts them up on Facebook and then makes them public for a little while. Love your music vlogs, Jordan.
Oh, cool! Thanks. I have some planned for the new year.
Yeah. I think we're gonna go hit a few in the next couple days too. There's a place in town called Cooper's Barbecue. Okay, have to check that out.
Weather's good here, I think. I mean, it was a little windy earlier.
Yeah, it's in the 60s, and it's been windy for the last day or so, I guess. I don't know how much longer. Probably longer than that, but we haven't been here for that long.
Seems like wherever I go, the weather's getting good.
Yeah,
it was perfect in Ohio. I didn't deal with any nonsense.
Yeah, I was wondering, was there any snow?
No. One day we had a ton of fog that looked like snow, but no snow. Okay. There was snow on the ground when I landed, but we didn't get any snow. Plans for New Year's? I don't think so. Breck will have to figure out what the hot thing to do in Austin or Waco or wherever. Like within driving distance, there might be something cool.
We'll see what's around.
If anybody knows of anything that's kind of a famous thing to do or just something interesting to do for New Year's,
I have to go look at the Waco.
There might be some place. When we were driving through Dallas yesterday, we saw people dressed up like they were going to a rave. So there are things going on everywhere.
Yeah. Cold in the UK, snow is overrated. Yeah, I guess if you're not someone who gets to see a lot of it, then
saying things is overrated is personal preference.
Yeah, so. It's all very subjective. How are my parents? My parents are doing well. It was good to see see them over the last week, and they're doing their thing. My father feels he's getting better, and that's always a useful thing to see happen. He's able to do more. It was kind of funny. They got me an Instant Pot, and then my mom saw mine sitting in the living room and said, "Gee, I'd like to have one of those too." So I got her one. And then my father's wanted something real simple. He's been walking around with a walker lately. And he's got this little basket he puts in the front of the walker to carry his stuff around. And he's been putting like his drinks in there, and he keeps spilling because, the basket, as he's wobbling around here, it keeps tipping the drink over. So he just said he wanted a drink holder for his walker. So I was able to find one of those, and it just kind of clamps onto the side. He loves that. Although he still wiggles things around too much, and he still kind of spills a little. 81 degrees in Florida. It's about 60 here. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Kitty treat fund. Yeah, they're gonna be really angry at me because this little dude's here right now, and that means they can't come down that much.
They can.
They can. They just won't. That's true.
Yeah, they can. They just don't want any part of Jaw. Yeah, what's your plan for Flash? I've seen a lot of people mentioning that.
That's come up a couple times on the comments of the videos in the last couple of days too, and so I'm glad somebody brought that up. What's going on there is, you remember my friend Beth? She offered during this trip that if I need someplace to have Flash stay, that she can stay with Beth for a while. So I have that to fall back on. There's also an old family friend someone I've known all my life, who's a biology teacher now, and he has his own tortoises, and he babysat Flash for one summer, a number of years ago when I was trying to breed her with some of his tortoises. So I know he could take her too, and he'd give her a good home. But whatever's going on, it'll just be kind of a short-term thing until I get my own place, and then we'll bring her out to Texas. I think she'll enjoy Texas. We'll have to probably bring her in the winter because it gets so cold out here, but we'll play that by ear. I think she'll really dig Texas. But yeah, we got her taken care of. She'll be fine. Thanks. I'm glad you like watching my videos. Yeah, a whole bunch of people were commenting on Flash, so I'm glad somebody brought that up here. She is taken care of, and right now she's just really on autopilot because she's hibernating, and so nobody will even see her now for the next 2 months or so until it starts warming up in California. So you could put her just about anywhere, and she'd just be fine. 58 in Ohio. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was when I was there.
That isn't too bad. You can at least.
I didn't wear a jacket almost at all. So.
Yeah. You had to put your cat Jessie down. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, I hate it when that. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that your pets are always so healthy, that they live a long time, and you have to get to the point where you have to put them down rather than them suffering and dying on their own. That's always really sad when that happens. But I've had to put cats and dogs down too. So I understand that loss, and I know exactly how you feel.
Joster.
And my two cats are getting up there in years too, and fearing them to have to deal with that at some point too. But so far, they're still active and relatively healthy, even if they're morbidly obese. Will I do travel vlogs in the future? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I'm not really the travel person. If I did it, I would maybe do more like an Adam the Woo kind of thing and travel around America. There's a lot of things around here I like to see. And I'm a huge fan of like national parks and stuff like that. And I wouldn't mind showing some of those off.
Sounds like he's going to need an RV.
Yeah. Okay. Get some super chats for an RV fund, huh?
Good grief.
Jeez. Anyone got $20,000?
Or just an extra RV they don't want that they want to donate to Breck as a tax write-off?
Cancer scan tomorrow at 7 a.m. Been cancer free for a year and a half. Praying for a clean report. We're all praying for that, Jeff. Hope everything turns well. Let us know. Everyone keep Jeff in your prayers.
I think Chili's is already gone, isn't it? I thought they got rid of that years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check that out. Is it pronounced Chili's or is it Gillies?
Or Gillies, yeah.
Gillies, yeah. Yeah, maybe. We'll have to check that out. Are you Googling it?
Yeah.
That means I don't have to Google it. That's the advantage of having a sidekick here.
I think they rebuilt it, but it's not the same
old
one, I don't think.
$18 years old. That's old for a cat. Must be doing something right. Mine are about 12. I hope I get 18 years out of them. That'd be awesome. Now we're all pulling for you, Jeff. You're going to do fine. Well, you've seen Bite, yeah, right? He's like 18, 19. I don't even know how much he weighs now. That's good. I'm glad you were able to catch a little bit of the live stream. Like I said a little earlier, this is just going to be a short one because we did an hour-long live stream with Jordan, and I want to take him out to celebrate his 100,000th subscriber, which happened late last night or early this morning. So that was really good news. We knew it was coming. Jordan was saying about a week ago he was hoping that it would hit before Christmas, and he missed it by a couple days. But
Yeah, I think the original Gillies burned down.
oh, okay,
I
yeah.
think it burned down in the early '90s.
Where is it? Is it?
It's in
It's
Dallas.
in Dallas. Okay.
It was the guy who invented the mechanical bull,
Oh, okay.
but it was an urban cowboy. I think that's what they liked about it.
Yeah, I think Jordan left up that live stream, so it's appreciated too because it's always good promotion for my channel. I got a few new subscribers.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave it up very long. So if you want to watch it, I'm not because the more videos you have up, the less they circulate your other stuff. So
That's true.
I'm not. The live streams are mainly for whoever's on at the time. So
Mhm.
probably take it down after 24 hours.
Yeah, we were aware of the Stevie Ray Vaughan statue. We were talking about that last night on the way in. So I don't know if we make it down to Austin, maybe we'll do something down there. I don't know. Jordan's got a few things he wants to do around here and around the area, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't come here without having my plan already made.
Yeah.
I always do.
American Pickers did a great show about Gillies. Okay.
Why did Frank Fritz find an oil can that he couldn't live without and bundle something? Or did they find
No, I'm not going to
old
fall for
merch?
that one again.
I didn't even get to see it. I wasn't even able to block it.
Not going to fall for that one again. Yep. First troll of the day. We've only had one so far, so that's good.
They were pretty mighty earlier for me. They were on force,
Yeah, you
but
had
that was
a
fun.
bunch of them.
That was fun. I think it's always the same person because their same sense of humor. But
Well, this is the same scam he tried pulling on me a while ago.
was he trying to sell you a bridge, Breck?
No. He wanted me to shout out to his friend Nicholas.
Oh. Yeah, he did. He actually bought his camera today.
Yeah, it's on order. We'll have it by the end of the week. So yeah, hopefully the quality of the video start improving.
Yeah, you'll see it next week.
Nirvana Teen Spirit video got its billionth view on YouTube. Wow, that's insane. Remember when we went and viewed the filming location of that?
Yeah, that's right. You were there for that. That's right.
Yeah. Does Adam still have a large Marge? Haven't watched him since your channels.
Nope, he got rid of that about a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's what we're shooting for, Amy. We want to get rid of the trolls before anyone sees them. And I think what happens, it comes up on my screen before it comes up on your screen. So
Yeah.
it's very possible that I've blocked him before it even comes up on your screen. So you just see, this comment was blocked or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I've never understood the troll thing anyway because it takes so long to set up a YouTube account and it takes me 1 second to block it. So I don't know. They just have time to waste. They're pathetic losers.
That's definitely true. You're flying to Brazil? Cool. Be careful. That's not exactly the safest place. Oh yeah, I know exactly who you. Yeah, you're a flight attendant, right? You were telling me you fly a lot. Yeah, have a great trip. Yeah, we all went to Chasen's, right? You're in my cover video or my cover photo for Chasen's.
Yeah, shout out to Nick Beef. Yeah, that was cool. I when I walked up to that and saw that, I had no idea what that was all about. And in fact, the original first take of it, I pointed over at the Nick Beef grave marker and I said, "Wonder what that's all about." And then by the time I came back into the second take, I'd looked it up and it's like I knew what that was. Yeah, Nick Beef. You know the story of that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, the cemetery that has Lee Harvey Oswald's grave in it, they refuse to tell anyone who comes up and says, "Where's Oswald's grave?" They refuse to acknowledge that it's there.
Okay.
So a comedian bought a grave marker right next to it and put the name Nick Beef on it and said, "Anyone wants to find out where Oswald's grave is, go to the cemetery and ask where Nick Beef is." And it's right next to it.
Okay.
But apparently the cemetery
Who was the comedian?
Yeah. I don't remember. It didn't say it was on the Find a Grave comments. And it didn't say who the comedian was, but
Hmm.
apparently the cemetery got wind of that now, and so they say, well, since there isn't actually anyone there named Nick Beef, they refuse to acknowledge where Nick Beef is either.
I guess somebody has to buy another headstone.
But well, no, the secret is you just go on Google Maps and look at the cemetery.
Pinned it by now.
And somebody pinned exactly where it was.
Yeah.
It took me 5 seconds to find it when I got into the cemetery because I knew about where to look, and the pin on the on Google Maps is dead on.
That's cool. What was Hong Kong like for Christmas? Hong Kong's Christian, right? So they probably celebrate all the Christmas and stuff, right? Is it different? I'm curious about that now.
You talked about you like there to be a meetup opportunity when Jordan's here. Yeah, well, I don't know. Could think about that, I guess. Considering how successful my other meetups have been, though. I think the only official meetup, buddy, the only meetup I've ever had was somebody showed up one night at the Silo Screams when I was the first night I was working there, and they didn't come up for the meetup. They just heard that I was going to be there, and it was just a fluke that they even got to meet me because when I talked about it, I didn't even know where I was going to be. And it just happened I was taking a break because it was kind of a dull moment in the particular maze I was in. Someone came up and introduced themselves.
Did you talk about the missing footage from the shooting video? There's like a couple of milliseconds missing.
Oh no,
I edited out of it.
No.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Conspiracies galore on that, but that is true. If you look at the timestamp, I think they proved that the master footage that they're using has had
a couple frames removed.
Yeah, I forget how many. Somebody watching right now knows this. Tell me how many frames. It was like 16 frames removed or something like that. I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure.
Wouldn't surprise me, and it sounds like a good part of the conspiracy. Have to watch the Zapruder film frame by frame because if there's frames missing, 16 frames is, that's 2/3 of a second. You're going to see that.
Frame 313 is excluded from publication.
Huh.
There's some reason it was removed. I forget.
You thought Italy celebrated Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is sort of an American holiday. I mean, maybe, but
unless they have,
unless they're celebrating the fact that all those people left. Just across the Mississippi River.
John, what are you grumbling about?
You're grumbling because no one's paying attention to you. That's why.
I keep hearing his grumbles.
Yeah. Well, your food's in there if you just go in and eat it. We're punishing him. We're making him eat dog food again.
Yeah, I thought there was a couple of frames edited out.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that until like a year ago or something like that. It was pretty recent.
Well, now that I have a digital copy of the film, I could probably figure out where they are.
I was more interested in that when I was a kid. I don't really have any interest in it as much anymore.
Mhm.
That's kind of why I don't know that I'll ever vlog that really. They said the film tour, yeah, just like there was a mishap with the cameras in Epstein's room too, right?
Yeah.
Funny how there's always a mishap and
Yeah.
in something crucial. I don't know. Just saying. I never believe anyone.
Large Marge is long gone. Adam sold it. Okay, that's the way it happens. Yeah, I don't necessarily look at things on Facebook posts. So if you want to send a recipe to me, you got to send it to that email address. Because generally, if I don't even see it if it doesn't come through email, if it comes through Facebook or something like that. So yeah, you got to send it to the escapingthemouse@yahoo.com. That's really the only way to get it to me. Yeah, well, without spell checker, imagine
I think
how
she meant
boring life would be.
I think she meant spell chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I think it, I think
makes
it
more
messed up
sense.
the I think it messed up the spell.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely send stuff email because I don't, especially if it isn't someone I know specifically, I tend to delete things in the inbox because you never know what people are sending you. At least when stuff comes through as an email, it's a separate file I can scan with my virus software and figure out what's in it. If it's Facebook, you don't know if you're communicating with the Facebook software before the virus software gets to it. So
Yeah. That's why I just don't use email anymore.
yeah.
I haven't even thought about New Year's Eve, honestly. I was more concerned about getting here with the weather and everything that was going on.
Yeah, that was part of the fun here too. Yeah, well, I guess like Jordan said, you'll see that on the vlog in a few days, but it was a bit of an adventure getting here. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Jeff. Appreciate that. Hope your cancer screening goes well tomorrow. Everyone pray for Jeff. He's a good guy. The world is better for having him in it. Yes, I did ultimately consolidate it. It was posted a couple days ago, and it's called JFK Assassination Director's Cut. It's basically the same video, except that I restored a couple of clips from it. I did a bunch of things to like appease YouTube initially, and it didn't work anyway. So I figured, what the heck? I'll just do it the way I wanted to do it. It's better that way. I think the video makes more sense as a single thing anyway, because it's 45 minutes long, but you get the whole thing in 45 minutes.
What's your favorite thing about Texas? Someone wants to know. Other than Baylor, I would guess.
Yeah. I really like the people are so nice. I like the difference in seasons. You can go outside and tell what season it is. We got hot season, we got cold season. It rains. Um, I like the food here. The food's really good. The people are really nice. I think I said that. Prices, everything's a lot more affordable here. And I really just kind of like living in more of a small town environment. And I know people look at Waco and say, well, 160,000 people, that's hardly a small town. But, I like,
Yeah, that is hardly a small town.
I like the fact that I can, drive 20 miles in any direction and be out in the middle of nowhere. You couldn't do that in California. You drive out of one town, you're in the next town. You drive out of that town, you're in the next town. And you had to go 50 or 100 miles to get out in the middle of nowhere. I can just do that now. A snowy day in Minnesota. Sounds like fun. I'm glad I'm here. FDA approved. What is FDA approved? The theater where Oswald hid has been, well, it's been open and closed over the years. Right now, I do think they show like art movies in there. It wasn't open the day I was there, but they did have like ads in the window for movies, and so yeah, it does look like it's still open. It looked like some historical preservation society bought it up recently, and has opened it up and is using it again. Yes, but oh, Urban Cowboy. No, I never saw Urban Cowboy. I think somebody did ask that last week. That just wasn't the kind of movie that I would ever thought I would be into, and you know,
I'm pretty sure
yeah,
you wouldn't know.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's your thing.
No, I think you're right.
Does a love story about cowboys and John Travolta appeal to you?
Yeah, and I knew it was John Travolta, so and that was back before John Travolta became cool again, doing Pulp Fiction. That was right after Staying Alive.
It's not bad. I just don't. I
Yeah.
just know you. I just don't think you would. It would be your thing.
Hey Julia, how you doing? Your tamale pie isn't done yet. Yeah, give it more time. What'd you get for Christmas, Jordan?
Personal.
Okay, there you go. You heard it here first.
Rick, are you getting a cowboy hat?
I am, no, not so far. I have thought about it though. I thought it'd be funny to come on here and do a live stream coming on wearing the cowboy hat. Now you'd talk about it, just come on and be on with it. What is the Texas Book Depository? Is that a Texas thing? I guess in those days it was literally just school books, and I think that was just a place where they stored school books when they weren't being used. And I don't know, it isn't being used for that anymore. The sixth and seventh floor are part of the museum, and the floors below it are part of some of the city planning stuff. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you like the Christmas lights. Yeah, I did I did like 4 or 5 days worth of Christmas light videos. So, I'd kind of been thinking for a few days that I was gonna just put them all together with Christmas music and release it on Christmas Day, demonetized, just so you can have background music going. So I'm glad people like that. Yeah, there's a lot of movies like that where I watched them a long time ago and it didn't make much of an impact on me, and so I never watched it again. Where Doctor Who Fez. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm more likely to wear a cowboy hat.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I won't complain about that if everyone hits the thumbs up button. They're starting to pop up now. 51, 52. I'd have to learn how to make a Texas style brisket, and I'd have to figure that out before I did it because, um, I can't show you how to do something I don't know how to do myself. But hopefully that's something I can play around with now that I'm going to get the Instant Pot and see what happens. I like your Griswold lights.
Yeah, that was fun. That place was great. Thank you.
Can't wait to see that one myself. I was thinking, is it really 2 o'clock? And I realized, oh wait, I just haven't reset my clock from when I came back from California. It's 3 o'clock in California. It isn't 3 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sort of what I had in mind, Dina. Is that you wouldn't necessarily watch it; it would just kind of be background music. How's the wreath holding up? It's starting to turn a little brown. It's been up for a couple weeks now, but that's what usually happens. What I like about those things is they remain fragrant for months and even years after you use them. I used to once they took them off the front of the house, I'd hang them under the patio cover, and they'd stay there for 2 or 3 years, and it'd turn brown and all that, but it would still smell great. Jordan, do you believe Oswald acted alone?
Like I said, I'm not really interested in it, so I don't really have an opinion on it, honestly. I don't know. I just wasn't. I wasn't really that intrigued by John F. Kennedy as a president, I guess, as opposed to some other people.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I mean,
I was really intrigued by Dwight D. Eisenhower for some reason. I thought he was a very interesting, not only president, but just life,
well, that kind of blew what I was going to say, because I was going to say it's hard to identify with presidents that lived before you were born. And Eisenhower was before you were born too. So, oh well, so much for that.
I think Kennedy was a popular president, even though he made mistakes and stuff. But I think being good looking sometimes excuses a lot.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he was killed young, I think that just makes him even more popular. But it just wasn't. There wasn't anything that he was really like fighting for. Anything that I don't know. I guess I just never really was that interested in him.
Griswold acted alone.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's true. Yeah.
What did I get at Bobby Q's? I think I got like a pulled pork or pulled brisket sandwich, something like that. Get the macaroni and cheese. That it's really good, and he prides himself. He said it's, in his opinion, it's the best anywhere, and it is really good. Usually, it's pretty bland everywhere, in my opinion, anyway.
Seems like Nixon and Elvis had an interesting relationship. Yeah, they did.
Well, they had an interesting meeting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anything beyond that.
Yeah. Well, didn't he like bring in a gun or something like that and managed to get it past the Secret Service?
Well, he was giving him one as a gift also.
Right.
But no, they didn't let him take his guns in there. He had to check them. No house slippers. No,
not today. Yeah, we've been out and about today, so I didn't get a chance to put the slippers on. That's what you get when you get the abbreviated videos here. This one's only going to be about an hour long, so we're kind of coming to the end of it.
Europe plans, not in January, maybe February, but not in January.
There you go. You heard it here first.
I can't speak for Breck. I can only speak for me.
I'm definitely not going in either January or February.
Julia and I might go somewhere and go vlogging together in January, so that's a possibility.
There you go.
But it won't be international.
Yeah, well, that's definitely one version. Like Karen, I never really got into, when I was doing the video. In fact, I even mentioned it at the end of the third video. I didn't really touch on the conspiracy theories because, you know what, you never know which one to pick, and there's 1,000 of them. You never know. So, I said, I invited everyone at the end of the video. Just if you want to talk about the conspiracy video theories in the comments, have at it. But I didn't really dive into it. I just talked about, Oswald, his story, and Jack Ruby and his story, and I left it at that.
Yeah, there's too much to get into with that. You'd have to get into the mafia conspiracies and all that stuff too.
Yeah, because supposedly the
future vlog. Breck, you can always do it in the future.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If I ever get lonely here in Texas, no, but I'm kind of an introvert anyway, so I kind of like it getting away from people. So I've always thought I could be one of those people that ran off and became a hermit somewhere.
You did?
Yeah, sort of. Now you're in Ireland. Happy holidays to Ireland.
All right, I'm going to get a drink, guys. I will see you later. I'm going for coffee.
Okay, well, the star just left, so I guess we're done for the day. Thank you, both the stars left because Jaw followed him. You can tell who Jaw loves. Jordan gets up and walks away, and Jaw's right off after him. So anyway, I do think that's all we're going to do today. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you soon. My next video goes live in about 4 hours, and I think I'm going to take Jordan out to dinner now to celebrate his 100,000 subscribers, and we'll go from there. So thanks, everyone. I will see you next time, and have a great Happy New Year, everyone. See ya.